Hello, my name
Hello.
is CheZZa, and with we have,
I'm Shep.
and also with I is,
I'm Mr. Steven S. How you doing?
and this is the Casual Fan Podcast. This one is the Wrestling Roundup, where we're gonna talk shit about WWE, AEW, and any other wrestling that is out there. Because, like, we're casual fans, you know what I mean? So, we gotta give it to you. So, anyways, what should we talk about first? What is the biggest thing?
You were a little excited in the group chat a couple nights ago.
Oh, are we talking about Raw?
Might as well.
Shit. No, okay. Actually, Raw itself, it wasn't bad all around. Like, we don't have to go, like, match for match again. All around. Actually, let me look at it match for match, but we're not going to dive into everything. I just want to see which names are there to what I remember. But RK Bro, they had their shit. Oh, okay. So there's a number one contenders match. I didn't care. Viking Raiders won. Elias and Jackson Riker. Jackson Riker is a face now, which whatever. Humberto Carrillo and Ricochet had a match together.
Yo,
to
Slim
see
looks
who'd be the
lost.
number one contender. I know.
Slim looks like he has no idea what any of this means.
It's Raw. As soon as you start with Raw, this man's already burning on the inside. He's just, what is going on? But yeah, Ricochet, Carrillo had a match that ended in like in a draw because they both like didn't make it in the ring. But Sheamus's mask is pretty funny. Like he really got his nose broke. Like,
oh yeah,
that shit is crazy.
What up, Decal?
What up, Decal?
what's going on, guys? What's going on, Decal?
Decal's got a dope new single out. LeBron in LA.
Say that again.
Said Decal, he's an artist. He's got he was actually at the mixer.
Okay.
But yeah, he just dropped his new single, LeBron in LA. So, big up Decal.
All right. Shit, now I forgot what I was talking about. Easily distracted. Oh, Carrillo and Ricochet. That's why I forgot.
Was the match good? Because I missed it.
It was a good match. It was what it was. It was a good match. Like, high-flying shit. They did their thing, but in the end, like, it just ended in a draw, so it really didn't matter.
This is just gonna be triple threat, anyways.
Yeah. Your shit continued. Mansoor and Mustafa Ali.
Oh yes. I saw
that continued. Mustafa Ali was in the back, and he was like, "Yeah, I hear you got a match again with him. Just remember, he likes to cut corners to win. Like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?" So then the man had his match down. Well, first, Jeff Hardy went up against Cedric, and Jeff won.
Yo, what did Cedric do?
They're so confused because Cedric just squashed Shelton Benjamin last week. So it's like, I don't know what I don't think they know what they're doing.
Nobody has a one-up in whatever they're doing with them two. Nobody looks strong. Nobody looks good.
Jeff Hardy does. He didn't lose yet. But next week,
Shelton
Shelton and Cedric is just stupid.
Neither of them look good.
No. So then after that, Rhea Ripley and Charlotte versus Nikki Cross and Asuka.
I wonder what's gonna happen.
And Asuka won.
Wonder what's gonna happen.
You know, right?
Then
how are they gonna coexist?
Gulak and Mansoor did their thing, and what's his name tried to do the roll up, and he took note of what Mustafa said, and he flipped it, and he won. So Mansoor won. Then Kofi went up against Riddle. Riddle fucked shit up trying to beat Randy Orton, and he lost. Pissed off Randy. Then we get to the end of Raw.
And this is where the group chat.
I can't believe I couldn't even.
Group chat
I'm sitting here trying to figure out. I'm like, what are the topics of this week? Like, I completely blanked this shit out. Listen.
I had no interest in going back to Raw.
Listen.
So I didn't even get there.
Slim, did you watch Raw?
Let me tell you something. When I found out what the last segment of Raw was going to be, I was like, nope, I'm not even watching this.
Fuck.
I'm not even gonna
Hold on a
watch
second.
it.
How did you find out it was the last segment?
You
Because
and
I
the-
did not know it was the last segment.
You'd have the dirt sheets, didn't you?
Huh?
I did
You
not
have the
know
dirt
it was
sheet?
the last segment. Like I
It
saw
was
the
on-
last match, and once that last match ended, and I'm like, hold on, the only
It
thing
was
left.
on. It was on one of the wrestling shows.
Okay,
One of the wrestling shows let it out. There's gonna be the last. It was gonna be the last segment of the night.
bro.
And when I found that out, I was just like, what?
First,
It's like,
I think that was my first gripe in the chat. I was like, bro, Alexa Bliss interviewing Shayna Baszler is the main event. Buckside, you telling me Alexa Bliss is the main event?
Yo,
Why is this happening? Like, why?
you know what's crazy?
Why?
You know what's crazy? They brought her in this off of Bray's back, and they're pushing her more than they're pushing him.
Right now, Bray's like on the outside because he wants to be.
No, but I'm just saying, like, they're not gonna squash her at main events. You know what I'm saying? Like, they look like they're booking her, like they're gonna do something strong with her.
Yeah,
Like,
we'll see. But fuck, man. So they have the thing in the match. I mean, in the ring, the interview, and she's cursing and she's kicking over. Like, no, she comes in and she pushes over some horse. The shit that really bugs me is why the fuck is she acting like a kid? Like, you're a grown ass person. Why are you acting like a kid? Like, Bray Wyatt wasn't acting like a kid. He was acting like a creepy ass adult. She wants to be a fucking kid. It's so annoying to me. Like, that's the biggest part. I'm like, you're a grown ass person. Like, who cares if you're acting like a kid? Other than kids, I guess. But
yo, when's that time she wrestled? Was she injured?
didn't they?
no, that was a while ago. But she's about to start wrestling again. Seeing everything going on with her and Shayna Baszler.
Didn't they scrap Bailey's whole gimmick because of that?
Because of what?
Her being a little kid.
In a way, yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Her gimmick was she was a little kid.
Yeah, she was a little kid hugging everything.
Not just the hugging,
I thought she was just like a
inflatable
happy to be
things,
there. I thought she was more like a happy to be there type shit.
the side ponytail.
Yeah.
Come on.
But still, that shit is, bro.
It's the same.
that shit
It's
is
the
fucking
same
nuts.
thing. It's
just
like
very
Bailey
annoying.
had somewhat of a following with that.
She did, but in the end, like that shit was kind of corny.
You have to grow
Like,
up. Your audience is going to grow
exactly.
up. So yeah.
But like,
You can't give that person the championship belt. You know what I'm saying?
bro,
That's
I
you know
hope
what I'm saying?
not.
They're just like
Do they need it?
I hope they don't give her
it's
the
Raw,
championship
so
belt because that shit is fucking, man. That shit is so bothersome, man. Like when I watch it, I'm just like, what is this?
She's feuding with Shayna.
Like,
but
yeah,
it's
she's
Raw.
feuding with Shayna. So I'll continue. So she kicks over the horse. She gets in the thing. They start cussing, whatever. Then she grabs the doll out of her hand. No, first she's saying apologize to the doll, and she's like, I apologize to your fucking doll. And she's like, apologize to my doll, or you have to. And she's like, fuck that. And she grabs the doll and she throws it on the ground. She steps on, bro. WD is so fucking stupid. So she throws the doll down. She goes to step on it. The camera fucking angles that the WWE was clicking on this shit was so outrageous. Like they were like when she lifted her foot, the camera angle was from the doll's point of view, bringing the foot down. I was like, what is going on with WWE? What is going on? Like you guys are really going in on this stupid shit. Like you're really putting a lot of time on this stupid shit.
Wait, hold on. I've got a theory. Oh no, that wouldn't make sense because he would want to prop the value up. I was gonna say he's trying to sink the stock down before he sells it, but you want to throw that, you want to get that value up. This makes no sense at all.
Shit is dumb. Shit is so dumb.
You speak about that, the stocks for WWE skyrocket.
Yeah, it's gone back up.
I know.
It's gone back up. Well, Vince cleared up a lot of money, so no, not Vince. Nick Khan cleared up a lot of money, so no, right. But yeah, so Shayna stomps. Alexa gets mad. Shayna leaves, stands on the stage. Then all of a sudden, just fire, like you think it was a CheZZa concert, like a Capleton concert, like fire just boom, 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 like flashing everywhere. Then Shayna runs away to the back, and not all of a sudden, but the shit went from maybe 15% cinematic to like 100% cinematic. She's running through the back, and all I can think of is, where did everybody go? Like, why is she running through the back and nobody's
Wait,
around?
hold on.
Did
Hold
everybody
on.
leave? Like, when this shit happened, everybody's like, fuck this. I'm
Hold
not
on.
staying for this. And everybody just went home.
Hold on. She literally ran to the back?
She ran, like, yeah, she took off through, like, the
what are they
curtains.
doing to Shayna Baszler right now?
And then she's running in, like, not running in the back while she's walking around. Then she walks into a room. Then she's like, it's just a doll. It's just a doll. And then she closes the door. Then she moves a couch into the way of the door. Then she turns around.
Yo,
No, not
what
even
are
she
they
turns around.
doing
She
to
starts
Shayna
backing
Baszler?
up. As soon as she backs up, as a viewer, you look behind her and you see a fucking mirror, and you're like, fuck, they're about to use this mirror. They're really about to use this mirror. Then they go. She turns around. She looks in the mirror. Doll is behind her.
What
She
is this, Chucky?
snaps. Oh, trust me. So she snaps.
Yo,
She
what are they
turns
doing to
around.
Shayna Baszler right
The
now?
doll is gone. Then, like, the mirror, like, just breaks. Then everything cuts off.
Okay.
Shayna
Okay,
Baszler.
what is
First,
what's
listen.
the safest way out of this? What's the safest way out of this feud?
I don't know if it's a safe way out of this feud, man.
Still
I don't know.
Because,
My question is,
okay, wait, hold on. Because are you gonna book him like Bray and squash her? Because that makes no sense. Are you gonna squash Shayna over Alexa with the doll? That don't work.
you know, that's the lane they're going. Shayna's gonna lose.
Yo, what did she do? When did she really fall? Like when Heyman went out?
I don't think Vince really liked her anyways.
Yeah, you know, Vince likes a certain type of look. Shayna doesn't have that look. So Vince, if he can't turn you into like a swimsuit model, most times he doesn't really care. And that's the difference between a Ronda and a Shayna. Like, Ronda can still go there. Like, Shayna's not like, Shayna's a fighter. Like, I don't see her built to be like a swimsuit model. But anyway, before I get tagged for talking about women's bodies. But anyways, so Alexa Bliss.
I am more than a
And
casual fan of women's bodies.
And her Trace loves dolls too.
No.
She loves dolls. Yeah. So that was the ending of Raw.
That doll's gonna be the champion.
Which was really fucking dumb.
That
really
doll's gonna
dumb.
be the champion. Lily's gonna be the champion.
Yeah, you ever do.
Lily's gonna have a belt. I bet you.
No, man, it's not no R-Truth
Are
shit.
Are they selling Lily as a merchandise? As a doll?
You really think kids are gonna buy that shit?
I don't know. I'm just saying, like,
it's gonna be like 30, 40-year-old grown men buying that shit. What do you beside their Alexa action figure? Like, what the hell? Like, this is so. Let me start with this shit. Like it's so stupid, man. It's so stupid. Like, and how do you end your show with this? Actually, I understand how you end your show with this, because you know, as soon as it's done, nothing else comes after it. Nothing else. So if people cut off before it or during it, they still got to see everything else. You didn't hold anything till the end.
Sometimes the headliner doesn't go last.
No, not at all. You hear that? Actually, on that note, actually, there's two. So contracts have been a big conversation lately. First one is Roman, on what you just said. Roman says pay-per-views, he's either first or he's last. Nowhere else. nowhere else on the card. They can't put him second. They can't put him second last. They can't put him in the middle.
You can do that when you're the head of the table.
Tell you, like you said, first or last. You're not giving me anything else. The second is my dude Andrade. Like this dude has like so much more personality just leaving WWE.
He was always
it.
good though.
He was, but I guess he gets to be him now because like he's obviously himself because you heard about the contract shit with him in AEW. This man told AEW, listen, I want full creative control and I want to be able to veto finishes. He's like, I want all creative control and I want to veto finishes. I said, yo, my man walked in there like a big dog. Like, listen, you're not playing me, bro. Not saying he got it. Because the talk is
that's the
he
way
didn't get it, but at least he came in. Like, listen, this is what I want.
They compromised. So I think they said they gave him a number that he can use. So I think he can like veto like 4 or 5 of them. Like he could probably.
No, they said it. Well, I don't know. It's all like it's nothing from AEW, right? It's all speculation. But from what I heard, they said contract. He has some say in creative control and his creative, but he has no power in the veto of the finishes. But they said across the board, AEW, no one actually has no power. Like if Tony says nope, this is where it goes, it's gonna. That's the way it's gonna go. So the only one who has the power to veto anything is Tony Khan.
It's a great move though because it shows that you had the balls to go up there and say that's what I want, and B, it also says I don't trust your finishes, and you're not making me look bad. So it goes into it saying, look, I'm not with the fuck shit.
Yep.
And if it goes down, y'all know it wasn't me.
I ain't fucking with it. Great.
That's the best move I've seen someone go from one company to another.
Yeah. And I'm like, I think a lot of that flair rubbed off on him. A lot of that flair. Because he came in there like Rick. He came in there like you think Charlotte would walk in that bitch. Like,
Yeah.
He definitely had some flair rub off on him.
I'm the star. But yeah, like that shit when I heard it, I was like, yo, that's dope. Just the fact that he put it out there and he's like, listen, this is everything I want. They even say, what's his name?
I love that.
Braun Strowman. No, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, I just love the fact that I know he does not trust him when it comes to finishes. And he's putting it out there.
Yo, they're stacking up more and more WWE people. Bit by bit. Obviously, they need it because they have a second show coming. Then True Say, as big as their roster is, as big as they say it is, they only have a handful of names. And those handful of names, you're gonna put on 2 shows. You're gonna do them like remember when Raw and SmackDown were the same show? So you'd see the same people on Raw and the same people on SmackDown. So you pretty much were like, I'll just pick one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll just pick one of it and I'll get the rest of the story next time I watch this show.
Whatever I had to do that night, I can do it now.
Exactly. So now, what are they going to do? They have to fill up a second roster for the show. I don't know.
But there's a lot you could do, though.
If they try to be different, they make it their women's show. Then people will turn around like, oh shit, it's an all-women show? And they might tune in, but it's a shitty time for them, though.
Yeah.
WWE can't make AEW come with a women's show before them because everybody's been telling WWE, yo, come up with its own.
Well, they did a pay-per-view.
They did their pay-per-view, but they never did it again. But I think WWE is fine with AEW doing it. They like letting them be the test dummy for everything. Because even when the crowds opened up, they weren't rushing them. They said, let them go. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it rocks, and then from there we'll work. That's AEW's thing too. They want to be WWE so bad. They're gonna try to do everything that WWE is supposed to do first. And then WWE just sits back and like, okay, let's see how it works for them. And
test the waters out for us.
And that's
And
the
thank
thing.
you.
Think about it. New Japan, that whole New Japan talk. They went out there and said, "Oh, Forbidden Door. We're opening Forbidden Door." Nick Khan said, "Vince, is it okay to go talk to them?" Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead. Do what you think. Do what you think is right. All right.
Bring me some money, pal.
Nick went to have one sit down with them, and Tony Khan is cutting promos. Cutting promos. Like, there's only one Khan. Bro, we just had lunch. Calm down. You're like that. It's like he's like that guy who likes this girl, right? He's the guy that likes the girl, and he likes her bad. And he's been courting her for a minute. And then this next brethren just comes in and says, yo, can you help me do homework? You know what I mean? It's like, can you help me do the thing? And he's like, what the fuck? Yo, bro, I'm the only one you do homework with. Calm down, brother. Didn't know it was your girl. It was just, just wanted to do homework. She's a smart one, She got answers. Yo, man, he's just, I don't know. Tony Khan. But yeah. So, anyways, what else is out there in the world? Oh, what else is? I don't want to keep cutting down AEW. Ronan feels away after a while. I get messages talking about, oh wow, you guys are going in again. It's not my fault, man. It's not my fault. Like, they do it for themselves.
Row watches
shit.
Row watches about 5 minutes of casual fan and then turns it off.
Well, actually, now you got me thinking. So Will Ospreay fucking hurt himself in New Japan, like neck and like back injuries, like crazy. Like he's out. So he had to give up his belt.
Someone's going to see Dr. Andrews.
Yeah. So what's his name? Kenny Omega put out this. I guess it was a tweet or a promo in character talking about how Will Ospreay hurt himself because he was trying to be the new Kenny Omega. And there's only one Kenny Omega, and he shouldn't have done it.
What's Cornette calling?
No.
Some McFinger bang?
Yeah. All of a sudden, I forget the name now. Like Twinkle Toes.
Twinkle Toes.
Finger bang.
Finger bang.
Bro, I watched like was it All or Nothing? So it was like really like the first time I really watched a Kenny Omega match. And he really does a whole lot of things with his hand. He really does flash them around and swing them around and make weird faces and stuff. I thought Cornell was just like exaggerating and shit, but he really does all that shit.
But you know what? You could say the same for Shinsuke.
Yeah, I guess so. But I feel like that's Shinsuke's character. Like he's supposed to be a weirdo. I don't think Kenny Omega's supposed to be a weirdo. I feel like he's supposed to be like he's supposed to be a top guy. Like
no, he thinks he's the top guy. He thinks he's the top guy. Like those guys who think they cool and everybody's just like, all right, man, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Leave him alone. Yeah. Leave him alone. Let him. Go ahead. Yeah, word.
This might be the generation for that, actually. It makes sense. But yeah, so he put that shit out. I was just like, interesting. That's what it is. But yeah. So this weekend do you guys still watch NXT now that it's on Tuesdays?
I try to. I can say that I make more of an effort now that it's on Tuesdays.
Playoffs
are running shit though.
Playoffs trying in between ball playoffs and watch it.
Yo, Chris Paul last night?
Jesus. Like,
who did he shake up last night? Millsap? Was it Millsap he shook up? Put him in a spin. He had him spinning and then made the pass. I don't know if it was Millsap was guarding him, but he spun him around. No turnovers last night. But
yeah. Speaking about spin moves.
Oh.
Shit.
Hold on. I can pivot real quick. Did anybody see Triple H at the 76ers game?
Didn't you put you put it in the chat.
I sent it? Oh, okay.
Yeah. He rang the bell. He's kind of like sus to me sometimes.
Yo, did you see
When
how
they run up behind
Embiid-
him and had to like chop crotch? I said, bro, calm down.
Yo, did you see how fast Embiid got out when it was done? You see his face just changed. He's like, "Hey, I ring the bell. All right, let's go."
Oh,
Triple H is there. Triple H is still making stuff. He's just like, "Nah, I'm out."
But Triple H is like what is a show person, like a showman. You know what I mean? So as soon as he got out there, he was on.
He was playing up the crowd.
Yeah, he was on right away.
The crowd work was really good, but I don't know about that.
But his like his crotch chop,
that was weird.
On him,
Like,
I was
he was all like, I'm like, he gave me the impression that he
man.
was like, "Hey, man, we forgot we practiced this. Remember? Come here." Like,
and he ran after him. Yeah, that was the thing. He was looking for him, then he ran after him.
He's like, "No, come here."
He's like,
here.
Oh, actually, so when he ran after him, I thought because when they're going out, you can see the guy telling him to go the other way, because the thing's on that side.
Oh, okay.
So I thought Triple H was running to him to be like, "Yo, we got to go back," but instead he ran up to him.
No, I got your back.
He grinded him and then started like, behind him. I was like, bro, no. Black guys don't do that, sir. Black guys don't do that.
He looked like he was having fun. He's like, all right. And then like right at the end of it, right when it was over and his thanks Triple H for coming out, and B just turned and was just like,
and B's lucky he wasn't.
Hey, maybe he was on too. He was just like, yo, once the light turns on, he's like, I'm in the crowd, but I ain't ready for this.
Are you ready?
You'd have got banned. Gonna go back.
What you gotta do? Imagine that. What you gotta do? Imagine. I can do my own chops. Go over there. Go over there. Not since the day did I ever need help chopping. I do my own chops. But if you send Stephanie, she can chop it all day. Oh yeah. All right. So back WWE. We're talking about Aleister Black. So last week we went through that whole shit of all the releases and all the people, but Aleister Black's been doing mad interviews too.
Yeah, I saw a lot of, not all of it, but I saw a clip. Of him talking about like Kim and Vince's relationship and their interactions, and how he's just kind of blindsided.
A lot of people were talking about that. They're like, "Yo, why is he being so nice about this? Why is he like, you know what I mean? Like people are like, "Yo, start talking shit," but he was like, "Nah, I have a good relationship." Like he's like, "I have a good relationship with Pritchard. I have a good relationship, but obviously Paul." He's like, "Paul texted me as soon as I left. As soon as he heard the news." Like I had a good relationship with Vince. Vince was cool. Vince even apologized. He was like, "Yo, kind of like fucked up with your shit, so that's my bad." You know what I mean? So he's like, "I have a good relationship with all of them," and they tell me, they're like, "Yo, we like that. You always tell us respectfully what you like and what you don't like.
Yeah.
Like you don't feel away. You just tell us what you like, what you don't like, and then call it a day." Yeah. So they love the guy off, but they let him go. But the word is they're bringing him back. No, he's not back, but that's the word. The word is that they're saying the people fighting for him is like the creative team. The people on the creative team are fighting for him back, which he was nice about. Remember, he did say some shit that was like, they're like, "Yo, people need to get off the creative team." Like, you know what I mean? Like they're out there doing the work. It's just some work, some doesn't. You know what I mean? But you can't put it on them.
I also thought it was interesting. I didn't know if it was confirmed or not about Zelina Vega supposedly coming back.
That talk too.
I thought it was
like
interesting.
That talk happened right before he got let go.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like I thought it was interesting that they're calling her back and then letting him go.
Yeah.
And now he's coming back. So,
but it's not 100% he's coming back. They're just saying that like Bruce Pritchard, Paul Heyman, people on the creative, a lot of people are going to Vince and like, "Yo, we need to bring him back. We need to bring him back."
I ain't gonna lie. I would. There's a couple people. If they actually went over to AEW, I'd probably start watching it. Like if Zelina Vega went over to AEW, I'd watch.
I don't know.
I would.
You know what? I'd
Um,
try. I'd try it. I
if
watch it like the one,
if
2 episodes to see if it works. You know what I
and I
mean? Like
and I thought of it
Miro,
before.
like Miro got me to watch All or Nothing.
I,
That's it.
I like
What if it,
Miro, but it wasn't gonna
what if
be.
they release Randy Orton and 3 months later you see Randy Orton show up on AEW out of nowhere and RKO?
I don't know where.
That'd be funny as hell, though. That would be
I
funny as hell because you know Randy. I don't think Randy would be down for all that fuck shit. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
the way he's acting with Riddle, I feel he'd act like that with the whole promotion. Like he'd just have a chip on his shoulder. Like people like Randy, and he just look at them like, "What the fuck are you?" Like,
You know, before the rumors of Aleister Black coming back, I thought it'd be dope if he went to AEW and they had him feuding with Darby Allin. I would
Darby.
watch. Yeah.
But one
Darby and
person was
Aleister
saying
Black, that'd be dope.
No.
have him come back and
Darby's Darby to me.
be the leader of the
The Dark
thing,
Order.
Dark Order.
Yeah, you can
That's
see
a
it like
feud.
based
That's
on
a
his
feud
shit.
I'd watch. That's a feud I'd watch on any promotion.
With Darby and Alistair,
Yeah.
I'm still not like big on Darby.
Darby's in-ring work is dope.
Yeah. What else about Aleister Black?
For Darby, I'll see Darby versus someone like Kofi or like Dolph. I think Darby versus Kofi would be a good match.
Darby and Cedric would be dope.
Well,
Darby and Ricochet would be dope.
Listen, if Darby went to WWE, you know exactly which show he would be on.
205 Live.
205
NXT.
Live. Possibly NXT too, because 205 Live is connected to NXT. So yeah,
He would main event,
but
NXT.
he would be on 205 Live.
His character, they'll like his character, right?
Yeah, they would.
His character is like a Sting character, so that would have been perfect for WWE.
I can see him in NXT. I think that would be dope. He'd be dope in that lighting, the NXT lighting. Yeah. Gotta get him out of there. Gotta get him out of there.
Out of where? AEW?
AEW.
I think he's fine there. I think he's fine. I think he's doing just well right where he is. But yeah. To me, I'm actually with Aleister Black. I thought he was like the biggest loss though. Like when they let go like the 6, I was like, yo, of all people, Aleister Black.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, yo, he's still different. You know what I mean? Like the guy's still different. He has that quiet intimidation. You know what I mean? So he doesn't have to come out and talk your ear off. He doesn't have to come out like he almost. I hate using the whole Undertaker vibe, but he has that vibe. You know what I mean? He has that vibe where he can come out, kick someone's ass, not say a word, and leave, and you would be like, yeah, I believe he'd do that.
And I came in the ring and sat down.
That shit was crazy to me. When he would do that shit, the first time I saw that, I was like, this guy is weird. This guy's nutty. Like
he kind of reminds me more of Raven.
But
more like a badass Raven. Like Raven was like, out of nowhere, I'll do something to you. I'm on my way to do something to you. Like Raven was subtle. Like I might hug you and then like slap you or something, or
right
DDT you. Aleister Black would just like pick you up by the neck.
Oh, to you guys, who do you think was the biggest loss out of their 6 that they had there? So we had, again, was it Braun, Aleister, Buddy Murphy? Buddy Murphy, I hear, is getting like a lot of looks on the indies too. Like everybody's trying to reach for him. Santana, Garrett, and Lana.
The biggest loss? Like, I want to say Strowman, but they pretty much buried him before he left. So, like,
everybody should have
think about all that shit with Shane.
Oh.
If they if you think about it, like, think about how long they've been thinking about letting him go.
Yeah, it's been a while. They've been thinking about letting him go because they've been
burying him
from Raw Underground
Yeah.
even from before that. But let's say Raw Underground, then the shit with Shane. They try to throw him in with well, they threw him in with Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley to take the pin.
Yo, they've been ready to get. They've been looking at his numbers like, oh, we about to cut this one.
But listen, he was getting paid
we about to
1.2 million on the downside, which means
You know
he
where
can make
you know where
more
you
than
should
that.
go? You know where you should go? You should go to New Japan. Go to New Japan.
change the gimmick.
Learn like a different style of wrestling, right? And come back. Like you can always come back and wrestle for a couple of years, make some more money. You know
Does he need to learn a new style of wrestling? He's Braun
I think he just
Strowman,
needs
like,
a new gimmick.
He doesn't need to learn. I'm not saying he needs to learn a new style, but it doesn't help to add to your repertoire. You know what I'm saying? That help to add to be an asset. Like for instance, look at Drew. Drew left, blah blah blah, came back with a Claymore, and he's a
he
champ,
came back
right?
with more than the Claymore. He came back with more than the Claymore because
and
when he left,
extra,
he was
extra muscles.
He was skinny. He came back and he came up like he was like freaking He-Man. You're like, what the fuck?
Oh well, the guy who I've watched some of the videos of the guy that trained a lot of the guys that came back like more
Jinder?
cut. Jinder, Sheamus,
Drew,
Braun. I don't know if I saw him train with Drew, but those three, I saw him work out with all of them. Guy named I can't remember his name. Athlean X. If you YouTube Athlean X and you put like Strowman or
you're talking about the one where
Sheamus?
the guy runs the whole like thing. He runs like a whole circuit with Jinder, Big E, and Sheamus, I believe.
Yeah, that guy.
I've seen that.
He's got a few videos with those guys. He's got one with he did one with Finn Balor and who was it?
Is the black guy the black guy?
No, it was a white guy.
Oh, the one I was thinking of was a big black guy. We're not talking about the
Hulk,
black guy.
Hulk,
I know
it wasn't the Hulk guy, but was it the Hulk?
No,
it might have been him.
The older dude.
Yeah.
The older dude. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen them train with him too. But Athlete X, that guy gives them like technique and stuff. Like, but yeah, he's got a bunch of them. If you look in Athlete X and you type in like Jinder or Finn Balor, you'll see them ones pick up.
But yeah, I don't
remember who's. I'm trying to remember who he's with Finn though.
I don't know because okay, if you say Undertaker never went away for a while, right? Like Undertaker just changed into the biker Undertaker.
Ministry of Darkness Taker.
Yeah,
was a different one.
Well, when did he bring in that the submission move?
Oh, that's later. That's probably closer to 2010. A little bit before that, maybe between.
But that was to help. That was to help his character. Like every time I listen to Jim Cornette, he says like sometimes people gotta leave, learn a new move and come back. You know what I mean? Go learn a new move and then come back. So it's like,
and that was a wicked finisher too.
But I'm like, what Braun does he? Braun just has to like
new look.
He has to certify himself as a monster again, pretty much.
He needs a serious gimmick
because he's never going to be a wrestler, and I don't want to. I don't know.
Maybe the pacing of his match needs to change.
That's what I'm saying. You can go in New Japan and learn a few more technical moves that he can pull. Like you see how Randy Orton has the snap powers, the snap, quick slam. Yeah. He can pick up something like that. He can pick up like the you hold the man, you back up and you throw him over your shoulder. Like, he can pick up something more than just running around the ring and chesting people or running from buckle to buckle and running into people. You know what I'm saying? Give your character some more what's the word I'm looking for?
Variety.
Be versatile. Especially in this day and age of wrestling, like you gotta kind of do a little bit more than just run around the ring.
But at the same time, this day and age, there's nobody else like him. You know what I mean? Like back in the day, everybody was like him. Now, who else is a big man like that? Like that acts like a true monster. That's not trying to do
Almost.
green almost. Same with what's his name?
Almost.
Aziz. Like they're not
Aziz.
going to do much. But outside of WWE, when he does indies, who else is big like him?
It's perfect.
Who else? Like he's the only one out there.
It's perfect.
And
So he really didn't. He doesn't even have to do much. He just has to show up,
That's the
squash
thing.
people, and leave.
That's
why
the thing
you
that
think
made
it's like-
Andre great.
That's what I say. Why you go to New Japan? Because you go to New Japan and be that big monster in Japan, just running over their champions. When is that gonna get? Who can beat this guy? And then you have that one so and so guy who comes in and finally beats him, but he makes a name for himself in Japan, even if they don't like him. If you get booed, you're success. You know what I'm saying?
They'll love him. They'll love him to boo him type shit.
They'll love him to boom. He's this big guy coming in there, just talking trash. Just talking trash to the crowd and just annihilating their guys. He doesn't have to say nothing for like a good week. He doesn't come in, just destroy guys and just leave.
Just destroy and scream.
Yeah.
Just
That's it. Destroy and scream and leave.
And
They could have done that with Omos, and then they had him talking.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like they had everything going almost, and then they almost did it.
What actually, yeah. What I think actually helps these people, like now that they got fired, is Strowman. Actually, he had no other experience but WWE, so it gives him that outside experience, but also gives him a chance to create his own name and to build his own name. So if WWE comes calling, you're calling from a new name. You know what I mean? You're not signing me up as Braun Strowman anymore. You're signing me up as the character that I created. And we're cutting down the line that shit. So if you let me go, I don't have to go and scramble to find a new name again. You know what I mean? Like I built my name to a point where you guys are calling. So when I come back, it's gonna be like AJ Styles coming to WWE. It's gonna be like Samoa Joe coming to WWE.
And I want last say on the finishes.
100%. Like get on that Roman shit. Like if Roman is first, I'm last. If Roman's last, I'm first. Like no, there's no other play. Like,
but I like the same way like Jericho went out there and he became the pain maker. Like you can alter your gimmick. That's what I want to see him do. Because he can't go back as regular Braun again.
Just be a monster.
From train sounds running.
No, not all that shit. He doesn't have to do the run around shit.
No, I'm just saying. Going from that, you have to upgrade.
But if Braun just comes to the ring, same way in like either black tights or black jeans, whatever, no shirt, and just walks up with that mad face, walks into the ring, people are just like they're talking to him, and it's like a boxing. You know, like when the boxer comes in, he's just dead ass serious. As soon as the guy tries to fight him, no sells everything, grabs him, does his move, lays him out, screams, and leaves. He doesn't have to say shit.
I need more than that because they had that before.
They did, but
they did. Like they've done it before. That's what I'm saying. But
that was the part that worked.
I need something to go, like a central focus on something about him as the monster. Give me a backstory or something. Give me a reason now, because it's like you came in with Bray, and then they changed that up, so it's not really.
That whole backstory of WWE is just like the monster thrown off the mountaintop.
I need a reason now. I need a reason now because the monster for monster thing didn't work.
It did work. They fucked it up.
Like Orton,
it did work.
Like
his monster shit did work. It's the shit that they did afterwards with them. They fucked it up. But if you think about,
give me a centralized
up
focus.
To Roman Reigns, all that shit, the monster shit was working.
Randy was cool. Randy was cool as he was. When he became the Legend Killer, that was it. Took off. Like he could have been the same Orton, same skill set, but now you're adding something. I'm the Legend Killer. There's a reason why. Then he became the Viper. You know, there's something attached to the gimmick that
it's true, but
really lets it take off.
I don't know. They still had more control back then. Outside, like there was more people able to help. Like Braun Strowman deals only with Vince McMahon. Like if Vince says you're doing this, there's no one else to argue with him. like Randy Orton's day, John Cena's day, Triple H's day, all that shit, they still had voices to Vince. You know what I mean? So Vince would actually take in what they're saying. These guys have no voice except for Roman. Like, true say, Roman's the only one that truly like makes money. Like 100% that brings people eyes to the TV. Roman's the only person, so it makes sense why he has any say. But anybody else, you're fucked. You got to do exactly what Vince says. So Vince thinks if Vince says you got to be funny this week, or if Vince is pissed off at you and he's like, I'm just gonna get this person to squash you, you're fucked. And Braun was getting paid 1.2 million a year. He was like, sure, I'll do it. He's like, sure, I'll do it. No problem.
It's funny. I was listening to one of Cornette's joints, and he was talking about Flair's schedule in '89 and how much he was making, like house shows and stuff for the year. And it's like, for the right price, he's gonna do it. Like a lot of people, there was the MWA championship.
Yeah.
He said a lot of people cut their runs early because of the hectic schedule.
Oh yeah.
But Flair never like gave up a run. He was like, nah, I'm getting all this money now.
Mm-hmm.
Strowman had it good, man.
But
the last what, year and a half, maybe 2 years?
Don't sleep on his indies because people are checking for him. Like, he's actually still a name. So when people see him, they will still come out because he's still a spectacle. He's still a big motherfucking dude.
Yeah, and the States is opening up now. Like,
and this is like
up.
A really good time that they will actually be able to get close. You know what I mean? It's not a WWE place where you got to sit way at the fucking back and you hardly can see the ring. No, it's going to be these indie shows. You're going to be like right there. Like, you're going to just see how big this guy is.
Yo.
So it's going to be like.
And he might even be better. He might even just go sign with Impact.
I hope not. You go to Impact, nobody sees you wrestle. Like, nobody sees you do anything. Like, when's the last time you watched a Good Brothers match? When's the last time you heard about a Good Brothers match that wasn't on AEW? When's the last time did you know on Impact, Kurt Hawkins has turned on Zack Ryder?
I'd hope so at this point.
He's turned on him because he's like, his gripe is pretty much, why are you following me? Everywhere I go, you're following me. I don't need you. So he turned, and that's not even their names. Their names aren't even Kurt Hawkins and freaking Zack Ryder. I don't know. What's their real names? Fuck, what's their real names? What's Kurt Hawkins' real name? I feel like it's.
I don't know.
Zack Ryder is like Matt Cardona. I know that one.
Every time they say it, I don't know who they're talking about.
See? That's the thing. This is Impact. Like, Impact will give you money.
Brian Myers.
There we go. So that is their names on the show. So Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder, they're having a feud right now. Based off of their WWE history. Like, Impact isn't shit, man.
It's an alternate universe.
Impact is not like.
I tried.
Yeah, Impact's like I want to say the evil WWE, but you can't get no better than WWE right now. Like, you can't get worse than that.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I know.
WWE's horrible. Oh fuck, Raw is bad.
Raw. Listen, as bad as Raw is, it's not AEW. It's not Dynamite.
Listen, it's because we have higher expectations.
Let's not do this.
It's because we have higher expectations of Raw that Raw gets such a a bad deal from everybody. You know what I mean?
Unless it's a wicked match, I'll watch the stupid doll over AEW.
Let's be serious. This week, I watched let's speak about it. Did you watch AEW this week?
I watched AEW over watching that doll.
Did you watch AEW this week?
No.
Slim? You don't have to think about it.
Playoffs.
Did you watch AEW last week?
Playoffs.
Can't really say playoffs because it's on Friday nights.
That's my fifth.
That's why they moved it, because of playoffs. So it's not actually on Wednesdays. It's on actual Fridays.
What's on Fridays now? AEW
See
on
how,
Fridays now.
you see how CheZZa Euro stepped your response?
That's enough. That's cool. That lets me know that you have not been watching AEW. You haven't even heard about AEW, but you have heard about this doll.
I catch it on YouTube.
Did you watch the clip on YouTube of the doll?
No, I couldn't do that. I was not.
But you knew about it.
Once they
You
said
knew about it.
You knew about it.
That's enough. That's right there.
Shout out to Wrestle Talk. That's who said it.
You were closer to watching. You were closer to watching the doll than AEW programming. Because you don't even know what's going on in AEW programming. You don't even know what's going on in AEW programming. But you know what's going on with the doll.
No, because they do the 5 minute. They do AEW.
They did the wrap up in 5 minutes.
I catch that. I caught that.
So what do you remember from it?
I remember that Sting is back.
What was this? Like 10 months ago? Like what's going on?
It's not snowing in June.
The inner circle. The inner circle is back, and they said to everybody.
Pretty much, yeah.
Pac and what was it? Orange Cassidy got to their tag team match.
We should get Ro to do the AEW wrap up for us.
2 minutes. I don't know if they give him 2 minutes. I give him 1 minute.
You got 2 minutes.
You got 1 minute, 60 seconds.
And you gotta just tell me what the good one is. Because we know there's only one good one.
Change their lighting or change their ring angle. They need to change something. It's just not,
that camera work is not good. You appreciate WWE so much more when you analyze their
you just realize how professional WWE's like system is. It's just that the show you're watching is shit.
It's an efficient.
You know what I mean? But everything else, when you look at it, you're like, wow, this is amazing. Like camera work, everything. Like they made sure they took care of everything. AEW, you can tell, like it feels like a group of friends got together. And the man said, "Yo, I'll buy cameras. You guys hold cameras, and then we'll figure this shit out."
It's like, because I watched WCW, right? So WCW had their cameras. Their cameras are good. I was like, you guys looked like you guys couldn't go back and look at WCW and see what they did. They almost mimic WWE without doing the exact same thing. You know what I'm saying?
But WCW was able to blend in. I think WCW had a lot on their side with Ted Turner.
Ted Turner. You know what? Ted
Turner was 100% into it. So he knew. I feel like he knew what he was looking for when coming into a wrestling show. So if he gave them a team of cameramen, he knew what the cameramen were looking for. You know what I mean?
Tell you about a show.
And plus, a lot of the people that they had running it, like Bill Watts and shit at the time, they already had their own shows on cable TV. So they knew they've already run through different qualities. You know what I mean? They already know what is the best quality they need. And if they go to Ted Turner, yo, we need this, and Ted just like, cool, signs off on it. And they're like, you don't want to know how much it is? Nah, you said you need it. You know what I mean? It's much easier. But Tony Khan, I don't think he's gone that route yet, because I feel like he's so into, I want to control everything myself. He's not reaching out to the people that can actually build a company for him so that he can actually like prosper in the future, even if the show sucks like WWE.
I mean, build the value up. Build the value up. Your camera work goes a long way. Lighting goes a long way.
Very long way. But
getting guys to do good promos goes a long way.
But they don't look at it the same way WWE looked at it. Like WWE is competing. They tell them all the time, we're competing with TV shows. We're competing with Netflix. We're competing with these things. We're competing with NBA finals, playoffs. Yeah. You know what I mean? So when you're watching NBA playoff, if you change the channel to a WWE show, you expect the same quality or better. Because if it doesn't grab your eye like that game did, you're going right back.
That same entertainment, yeah. You want to say entertainment, NBA, yeah.
Not even entertainment. Before the entertainment, if it's not pleasing to the eyes, just like what I was watching, what the fuck am I watching this for?
Yeah.
I only came here for commercial, but I'm gonna jump right back once that commercial ends, so I can get back to watching the shit that looks clean. You know what I mean? Like most games you watch, like you can see like everything now. You know what I mean? Like 4K is no joke now. So it's like, nah, man.
Speaking
If
of
my
speaking
wrestling
of
isn't
which,
like that, if the other that show isn't like that, come on.
speaking of which, I watch and we doing Marvel stuff tomorrow, but from watching the Loki show on my phone to watching it on 4K,
Different.
good grief.
It's different.
I watched it twice on my phone. I just finished watching it a third time on the actual TV, and like, wow,
Yeah.
you really see where that budget went.
And you see, they gotta compete against that. You know what I mean? Like, there's a reason why WWE's throwing little graphics in their freaking thing. Why birds are flying out of. Well, I don't think they fly out of Riddle's ass anymore. But
Yo, I'm
I
not
don't
gonna
know
lie.
where they come from.
even like
Yo,
like, do you see like the hologram shit that they do on the
Yo,
entrances now?
I'm not even gonna
For
lie. I'm not
Roman?
gonna lie. When Roman comes
Everybody.
out,
There's a few
when,
for a lot
when
of
Roman
people.
comes out and they have his hologram of that, like I was like,
Yeah.
that looks bad still. I can't. That looks.
Yo, New Days is pretty dope. New Day has one that's like
Yeah.
Super Mario. So it says New Day. I forget who's the second one. I think it's Xavier Woods, and he's jumping up and he's hitting the box.
Yeah.
The box that says Day, and he's hitting it up like it's Super Mario, like trying to get the heart out. And then yeah, so they're in those characters and they're jumping up and down. But those holograms, they're dope. But you see how they keep trying to throw little things as technology gets bigger. They're like, we got to get into this. Like we still got to make this shit pleasing to the eyes. And that's a big reason why they keep a lot of the people. Do you know when you watch it, that's just gonna look clean. It just might suck. That's why they keep doing dumb shit like Alexa Bliss, because they're feeling themselves. And they're like, oh yeah, we have so much good shit. Let's do these. Chill out, B.
That's an actual Vince quote too. Such
100%.
good shit.
Such good shit. Like,
Such good shit is a Vince quote.
That shit is fucking I can't do this Alexa Bliss shit. Shayna Baszler is gonna be freaking martyred to this girl. Like, I feel for her, man. I feel for her.
I've been watching a couple clips on What Culture and stuff, and I forgot like how like involved Emma was in the transition from the divas to like the modern era women's division. It's like she was there for some moments.
Remember, she used to dance to the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Horrible.
It was
remember
over,
the
though.
dance? You remember the dance?
Yeah,
Bruh.
But it was over. She was over.
It wasn't that she was over, bro. She just has a wicked Instagram.
Yo, but people were doing the entrance dance. People were doing it.
Bro, when someone with an Instagram like that, everybody's gonna do the dance. Notice me, please. Notice me. Notice me. Notice me. Nah.
It worked.
That shit was like walk like an Egyptian shit.
It worked.
Emma. No, it did. I'm not knocking it. Emma did work. But she could work as well. It did work, but she could work as well.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. But yeah, so before we go, anything else you'd like to add about wrestling?
So I heard something about Leo Rush retiring. Like, didn't he just go to AEW?
Yeah, and injured himself in AEW. So I think he's just feeling bad for himself. So he put it out there because he's like, he injured himself in AEW. Yeah, he injured himself, and he's like, yo, this shit is fucked up. But the worst part about it is I couldn't pick up my newborn son. So there it is. You know what I mean? I feel he's just feeling bad for himself. Like, yo, man, I hurt myself in wrestling again, and it's hurting me so bad I can't spend time with my kids. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's trying to like level his life out, trying to see like balance things. Like, what is it worth it? Is this worth not being able to, you know? Yeah. What if it's their game and I can't go to their game because of an injury or something? Or
Chase's rap career.
I hope not, man. But you know what I mean? Like, Him and Enzo need to team up. Leo featuring Enzo or Enzo featuring Leo. Bro.
Linzo?
If they no, not even Linzo, Lionzo. It actually works. Leo, Enzo. Enzo doesn't use the E because WWE owns that version. So he actually spells it NZO. Lionzo. Lions. Oh, what's it called? What's it called? Dude from Thundercats. What's his name? Lionzo. They use it, Lionzo. And then they take his picture, dress it up as a wrestler, make two of them. The Lionzo, aka the Thundercats. But they can't use Thundercats because, somebody must own it.
Yeah.
The show actually came back, actually. Just an FYI, if you guys were wondering.
I saw something about Masters of the Universe.
The newer version one?
Yeah. The new Thundercats, they're bringing that back. Yeah. They brought back Thundercats. It's back.
Is it live action?
No, I think it's all cartoons still.
Okay, cool.
Just like
it's wicked.
Because extra cartoony look now.
They cuss it, but they don't cuss. The man goes, something will happen to me. Goes, oh, whiskers.
Yeah.
I know what you said. I know what you said. That wasn't whiskers.
Yeah.
He gets surrounded by a bunch of guys, be like, oh, whiskers. That ain't whiskers, buddy. That's all shit.
Yeah, they be doing that shit in what's it called? In Flash. Can't remember. It was something from the future, but they say like flirk. The flirking thing, and they're like flirking. Oh, I see you. But yeah. What's her name is coming out of jail? Tammy. Oh man. Before we go,
I saw a compilation of like wrestlers that are in jail. I was like, whoa.
It's like rappers in jail.
There's quite a few of them.
But actually, AOP is reportedly not retired from wrestling.
Okay.
They put up a picture with them and Ellerin. So I guess they might be coming back on the indie. I hope they come back. I wanted AEW to pick them up because we've been talking about that since time. Like AEW should have picked up AOP from time,
they need their seat at the table.
Yeah, you want that. But
they need their seat at the table. Because, especially with the Usos, you can turn the Usos good, bring them in and say, this is what I need at the table. And then have the Usos fight back.
Not even Usos fight back. Say that this is when the Usos win the championship belt. So they don't win it yet, but they turn on Reigns first. Then they win the belt. They turn because Reigns like, yo, you guys aren't having this match. You know what I mean? You guys aren't going for these belts. Like, what's wrong with you? And they're like, fuck it, we're going for it. So then they turn, they go, they get the belts. Then you get that stare off at the end, right? Roman comes out, they're champion. They're celebrating, but Roman's kind of just sitting there staring at them. And they're like hesitantly still celebrating. Then even do it for like
music.
Do it for like a week or two where Roman just comes out and looks at them. And they're like, yo, are you going to come out here and fucking talk to us? You know what I mean? Like, or are you going to keep looking at us? And kind of like, yeah, he does the wave where he looks back. And then AOP comes out.
Stands right next to him, side by side. They just flank him.
Not even flank him, just walk it down. Walk it all the way down. Like they walk right by him straight to the Usos. The Usos are looking at them like, hold on, what is going on?
Nah, I wouldn't even have them go to just stand next to Roman.
No, I don't want them to beat them right away. Because even like, I think we're going into like what if territory, hella what if territory. But to me, I'm like, I like Roman just sitting there staring at them. That's the whole thing. Like, that was what he was trying to show them. Like, I'm gonna get you guys. So they might even do like they stand beside him for like a second, and he might do another head nod, and they go. And then they get to that rim, they just destroy the shit out the Usos, beat them. And the Usos are like, oh, what's wrong with you? Then by the week after that, Roman's sitting there, they're like, they told me. When it comes to business, you don't mix it with blood. I thought I could.
You know You know, it'd be dope, and this is just like more what if shit before we go. But if they ever came back and they were with Roman, it'd be dope if they like redid or repurposed those old early NWO vignettes, which is black and white. Just have them sitting at the table, like those fast cuts. Roman says something, cuts over somewhere. It's like black and white. You got the static and the crackling.
You could add to it, yeah. That should be nuts, though. Like, yeah, if they came out with Roman, that'd be sick.
Something like that, where he's sitting at the table and they're sitting with him. Heyman's just standing over there with the belt, or has the belt. Yeah,
I hear someone else supposed to be joining that stable. Don't know who it is.
I heard about that. I think it's Naomi. I think they're gonna bring Naomi in and use her as the way to, you know what I mean? Like, in my head, another what if. So,
wait, didn't I call that?
I believe so. Naomi.
Didn't I call that a couple
it's
weeks ago?
either Naomi or Nia Jax, either one. But we did say they needed a woman in there, and I think you said Naomi. But like,
as a way to get to
the Jimmy. Yeah. So he goes over. Roman goes to her and starts talking to her like, "Yo, like I don't know what's up with your man, bro. Like I'm not even trying to be disrespectful. It's a family thing, and you in the family, right?" And maybe this might be the first time where she actually feels like, "Yo, like they actually acknowledge me in the family."
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, and he can say that, be like, "I know it's been tough for you. I know it's been tough. Like the family's been tough on you. I know they've been tough, but listen, this is your chance. This is the thing. Come roll with us." And then she's going to Jimmy like, "Yo, man, come on, let's get down."
And he can even put the pressure on some like, I know money can't be good right now.
He's like, "Come on."
This guy
not even that.
Jimmy.
Yeah, there's that, but also turn around. You saw what I did for Jay.
Yeah,
I think.
Imagine what I can do for your career.
Exactly. I think that's where Slim is going. Imagine what I do for you.
Imagine what I can do for you. Using the main event.
Remember,
you were a champion.
Exactly. You were a champion. And then what happened?
He'd be looking at the belt and be like, I know you remember what this feels like. Don't you want to go back to that?
Just twist her up, man. Don't you? Come on.
And have it be like maybe like two weeks, maybe running that.
Just look, Roman, I know what you're trying to do. I'm not trying to do anything, girl. Like this is a family thing, and you family.
I'm just looking out for family. I'm just looking out for
you know what I mean? And I know family's been trying to keep you out of this. Nah, I don't see you like that. You know what I mean? I don't see you like that. You family, like you were there. I remember, like you were holding down my cousins. You were holding down Jimmy. You know what I mean? I appreciate you for that.
That's a great way to. And again, you can go into her character that makes her turn a little bit, and revitalize. Every character needs a little something. Yeah.
She turns because it's to her is like
she stops wearing the
glow shit.
Yeah.
Or if she is glowing, it's darker color glow.
No, she cuts the glow.
It's not.
She cuts the glow. She just goes straight dark. Like she does like the glow.
That's why I said the darker color, because I'm in the end, I'm like, that's still kind of, it's still a Naomi thing. Because
I'm pretty sure
her coming out, even if she comes out with a darker glow, I feel if she comes out with an attitude, it's her just still telling you, yo, you know what I mean? Like if Diana Ross turned into an asshole, she's still gonna shine on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Aretha Franklin, any of them, Patti LaBelle, they will tell you off looking glamorous. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm like, Naomi doesn't diet down. You know what I mean? She doesn't do what the rest. She's still flashy, but you have to understand who you're dealing with. And maybe her dynamic with Jimmy is like, she's a little tougher on him now. Yo, Jimmy, you can't be we can't be doing that shit, man. Yeah. And he's like, damn, you too? He's like, A2 Brute? She's like, nah, man, come on, man. We can't be doing that, man. You got to slow down on that shit. And she'd be like, Roman, I talked to him. And he'd be like, yo, you talk for me now? You talk for me now? Like, yo, man, chill out, yo. This is about the family. We got to get right. So that, yeah. Now, I feel like I could just write this whole shit out. I think I'm going to just clip this off and send it to tag Pritchard. Be like, yo, set this up. Send it to Paul. Send it to Paul and The original Samoa Joe.
The only Joe.
The only Joe left. WWE can only have
That's
one.
their
Joe.
biggest loss, though. That's really their biggest loss to me.
But with that, it's all about how healthy is he. You know
on the
what I mean?
mic. Keep him on the mic.
But what if he doesn't want to be on the mic? You can't force the man to stay on the mic. You know what I mean? Like if this man is talking about, you know what I mean? Like
that's some macho man shit.
Exactly. And it's also gonna be contract shit too.
Yeah.
Where they're like, okay, seeing you're gonna be an announcer, you're gonna get paid this much now. And he's like,
yeah, exactly.
I'm not signing that. I still want to wrestle. And they're like, well, you can't wrestle. The doctor said you can't wrestle. I can still wrestle. I can still wrestle. I don't want to go back to
just not for that.
Then they restrict him.
And once he says that, they're like, okay, we're just gonna let you go then. You know what I mean? You either take this or you take nothing. Like,
yep.
And that's why I think he's been so quiet since he's been, because he still has to rehab himself and make sure he's able to do it. So until he's really able to get out there, he can't be out there saying shit. It's pretty much like setting up feuds that he can't do.
We all know that's a no-no in Vince's book.
That's just a no-no. Like, imagine, not even under Vince, but you're setting up a feud and you're hurt, so you can't even pay this shit off for like 6 months. Not even 6 months, maybe close to a year. Side. People are gonna be like, okay.
One Brian Pillman.
Yeah, that too.
There's only one Brian Pillman that can come in injured and play that shit off and not do anything for a couple of months, and then there's only one guy.
Yeah, that was a beast. That fucking Dark Side of the Ring was a beast. Oh, did you guys watch that last Dark Side of the Ring?
I gotta catch up, man.
When was that one?
The Jake Roberts, Rockin' Robin.
No, I didn't watch that one yet.
About their dad, Grizzly Smith.
No, I didn't watch that one yet. Was it good?
Fuck. I didn't want to say that episode is a good episode, bro. It's just fucking revealing, man.
It was revealing.
It's just fucked up shit. Like his dad was like
a straight up guy.
Straight up diddler, bro. Straight up diddler.
That's how Jake was born.
Yeah.
Jake's mom was 13.
Mm-hmm.
He was in his 30s. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And like Rockin' Robin's mom was 16. You know what I mean? Like they tell stories of like he always had a young girl with him. You know what I mean? To the point like he'd go places and like, but it's like it was weird because the parents would be sending them off like, bye, have a good weekend with Uncle Grizzly or whatever the fuck. Yeah, man. It was straight pedo, like straight creep. And he was like one of the most respected people in those southern wrestling places, because nobody knew the other side of his life. People hardly knew Jake the Snake was fucking his son. A lot of people didn't even know Rockin' Robin was his daughter and Jake was the sister. You know what I mean? Like they kept all that shit quiet. Like he kept his he was on some next shit. But that shit was crazy. Watch it. You guys watch it. It's just a lot of fucking information.
Also, quick question. I didn't know if I realized this before, but have you always pronounced it Southern?
Southern?
You said Southern still.
It depends.
I didn't know if it was. I didn't know if it was just like. Wait,
Southern.
have you always pronounced
it? He was in the States for a bit, Might
just sometimes.
You know?
It depends. It just depends how I say it. I say Southern, Southern, Ontario, Southern. Yeah.
Okay.
I've always been like that. I remember in class I was reading shit and I kept saying vegetable. No. Vegetable. And I'm reading in front of the class and I'm saying and the vegetable and they're all laughing and I'm like, what the fuck is funny? They're like, it's not vegetable, it's vegetable. I said, okay, because I've been pronouncing it since forever. Vegetable.
So vegetable.
Yeah, but you see, a face in Jamaica said, spell it for me.
But it actually still vegetable still works.
Vegetable. So vegetables works too?
No, veg works because VEGE can go veg like that. If it was double G, then it would have stopped at veg. You know what I mean? So veg does work. That's why I was like, okay, it makes sense. But Think about it. Me love you like a fresh vegetable. So tell me if you love Tony Rebel.
Yes.
Me love you like a fresh vegetable. So what do you want from me, man? Vegetable was the word, man.
Vegetable, yo.
He didn't say me love you like a fresh vegetable. It doesn't even sound right. Me love you like a fresh vegetable. So tell me if you love Tony Rebel. It doesn't even go anymore.
Not sound right at all.
Oh, fresh vegetable. Man. Big up Tony Rebel. Teaching me how to speak the proper English. Queen's English. He was up here talking the Canadian English. Hey, bud? Yeah, bud. Yo, I'm planning on making a song where I say bud all the way through the song.
You have Mo on
all that shit, bud. I don't know about this, bud. But the whole shit.
That could be your ha.
You're gonna be like, I was about to say.
What do you mean, bud? What do you mean, bud? It's true though. Yeah, no, that's just in my head. Thank you. Now the song's in my head. But yeah, all right. Any more wrestling shit or?
Not that I could think of.
Y'all great to go? All right then. All right, so make sure you do follow us Instagram at Casual Fan Podcast. Follow me at CheZZa.
At St. You.
And
I'm Mr. Steven S.
Don't forget the underscore.
That's right.
I was trying to think of something.
Understated.
There we go. Thank you. I was trying to think of something with underscore, but I was like,
the underscore cannot be understated.
Well, yes. Yeah, we should be here tomorrow. Yeah, I believe so. Because we have a lot to talk about. Loki just
that
fucking
Loki
dropped.
alone.
I watched that episode twice. Did you watch it, Slim? It's a Wednesday, so you really
No, I watched it. Me and my daughter watched it. She was on to it. She's like, yo, so Daddy, Loki's on it. We gotta watch Loki.
Bullet.
She's on this whole Marvel.
Big her up for me.
I might have to go back and take notes. Because the first two times I watched it, I couldn't I didn't want to fidget and stop and all that. I just wanted to watch it through.
And watching it, the first 15 minutes, I feel like I learned the plot of Doctor Strange's movie.
They were heavy-handed. They were heavy-handed with that.
Right away, they used every word
at the camera.
Yo, bro, listen.
They were winking at the camera like this.
I felt like I was listening to a rapper. I was like, "Come on, bro." I know these references. I know where you're hitting. I know where you're going. So yeah. But anyways, yeah, we'll get into all of that shit tomorrow. But yeah, this is another slim wrap up, and please take us out, Trace.
Casual Fan Podcast, Shot Club Podcast. Like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to stay notified. Thursday, Friday. For now, Sunday we go live.
Bum. Bless up.